Hello, my dear viewers. I have arranged for you an interesting topic, that is change of voice from active to passive, present perfect tense. And I have already discussed with you and I have already given you two lessons, one present indefinite tense and the other is present continuous tense for changing from active to passive voice. Now, my today's arrangement is change of voice, present perfect tense. So, at the very beginning of my topic, I want to remind you that present perfect tense is a tense when the action or the work has just ended and its impact or its effect is still present. Just at this moment, the verb takes the present perfect form. I am repeating the sentence when the work started but has ended just now and its impact, its race or its effect is present or felt by us, the verb takes the present perfect tense form. My dear students, I am translating it into Bengali because all of you have requested me to adopt Anglo-Bengali method so that you may understand my lecture. For example, বর্তমানে কোনো কাজ এইমাত্র শেষ হয়েছে কিন্তু তার ফলটি এখনো বর্তমান, সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা ভার্বের প্রেজেন্ট পারফেক্ট টেন্স ব্যবহার করি। And what is the method of construction of present perfect tense? You know that subject plus the auxiliary verb has or have and the past participle form of the principal verb and then plus object, adverbial, etc. Then I am repeating the sentence. The method of construction of present perfect tense is subject, and according to the subject you will have to use has or have and then the past participle form of the verb, that is the principal verb, and then object or adverbial, etc., whatever it may be. However, my topic is how to change from active to passive voice in the present perfect tense. Now let us start, my dear students. For example, the first sentence, you see, we have planted many saplings in and around our school today. First sentence, we have planted many saplings we have planted many saplings in and around our school, in and around our school today. Now let us study the sentence very carefully or attentively. Now you see that we is subject and have is auxiliary verb, planted principal verb, saplings object. How will you pick up the object? Ask the finite verb, by what or whom. What have they planted? And the answer is saplings. Naturally, saplings is object and many is determiner. In and around our school today, this is an adverbial. Now let us catch this object and the determiner. Answer. Many saplings have been planted by us. We is subject and its object is us. By us, in and around our school today. So what is the formula of changing from active to passive voice? Very simple, my dear boys and girls. You see that we have got the object saplings, many saplings. Saplings is plural number, and naturally it has taken the verb form, auxiliary verb, have been. So object becomes subject, and according to the subject, has been or have been. According to the subject of the passive voice, you will have to use has been or have been. অর্থাৎ প্যাসিভ ভয়েসের সাবজেক্ট অনুসারে তোমাকে হ্যাভ বিন বা হ্যাজ বিন ব্যবহার করতে হবে এবং মূল ভার্বটির পাস্ট পার্টিসিপেলের রূপ হবে। ইউ হ্যাভ ইউজড দ্য পাস্ট পার্টিসিপল ফর্ম অফ দ্য প্রিন্সিপাল ভার্ব প্ল্যান্টেড, planted, and use by and the object of the subject. সাবজেক্টের অবজেক্ট হয়ে গেল। বাই প্রিপোজিশন যোগে অ্যাক্টিভ ভয়েসের সাবজেক্টই প্যাসিভ ভয়েসের অবজেক্ট হয়ে গেল এবং এই অ্যাডভার্বিয়ালটি যেমন ছিল তেমন থেকে গেল। দি অ্যাডভার্বিয়াল উইল রিমেন অ্যাজ ইউজুয়াল, সো দেয়ার ইজ নো প্রবলেম। Now let us come to the second example. For example, how many saplings have you planted? It is an interrogative sentence. How many saplings have you planted? Note of interrogation. So it is the example of interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense. How many will remain intact? It has no change. Here, saplings is the object because planted is the verb and have is the auxiliary verb. তাহলে হাউ মেনি যদি একই থেকে যায় তাহলে আমরা কি করব? হাউ উইল ইউ চেঞ্জ? ফর এক্সাম্পল, আনসার, হাউ মেনি saplings? Now this object becomes subject because you is subject here. Here you is subject. How many saplings? Saplings become subject. Now saplings is plural number. Naturally have been planted by you. Your object you. There is no change. Oh, sorry. Note of interrogation. You is subject and you is object. So there is no problem. Look at the board. How many saplings have been planted by you? So it is very easy as water. Now let us come to the third example. For example, my mother has prepared dainty dishes for us. My mother, extremely sorry, my mother has prepared dainty dishes for us. You see, my mother is subject. Has is auxiliary verb in the present perfect tense. Prepared is principal verb. Dainty dishes, object. What has my mother prepared? And it will give you an answer in a very straightforward style. Dainty dishes. সোজাসুজি উত্তর দিয়ে দিল dainty dishes for us. ভালো ভালো ডিশ, ভালো ভালো খাবার. So let us take dainty dishes as subject. Dainty dishes dishes is plural number. Naturally, I select to use the have been. Dainty dishes have been prepared. Dainty dishes have been prepared by my mother. By my mother. Okay? So, the object becomes subject. According to the subject, you will have to use has been or have been. As the subject is plural number, you will have to use have been. যেহেতু সাবজেক্টটি বহুবচন, তোমাকে এই have been ব্যবহার করতে হবে। মূল ভার্বের past participle form দেওয়াই থাকে প্রেজেন্ট পারফেক্ট টেন্সে। Naturally there is no problem. Prepared by my mother. Okay? Now let us clean the board. Now let us clean the board. And next example is, what have you done, Diamond? What have you done, Diamond? Diamond, তুমি কি করেছো? That is, Diamond was actually Sir Isaac Newton's pet dog. What have you done, Diamond? Diamond, তুমি কি করলে? It is an example of interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense. You see that done is finite verb, have is auxiliary verb, you is subject. So, what will remain as usual? It is the method or formula. What has been, what is singular number? What has been done by you? You is subject, so it becomes by preposition যোগে object. By plus object, by you, Diamond. Okay? Now come to the fifth example. Fifth example is, I have picked up the ping pong ball instantly. I had picked up the ping pong ball instantly. Instantly শব্দটার মানে হচ্ছে তৎক্ষণাৎ. It is an example of present perfect tense. It is very simple. Subject plus have plus past participle of the verb. And what is the object? The object is the ping pong ball. So let us take this or transfer this object to the place of subject. Answer. The ping pong ball has been picked up by me. I is subject and here becomes object by the preposition. Clear? By me instantly. Instantly means immediately. So in the passive voice, the object becomes subject, and according to the subject, you will have to use has been or have been, and past participle form of the verb, and the subject becomes object by the preposition by me instead. Now come to the sixth example. Where have you found this magic stone? Where have you found this magic stone? It is an example of interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense form. So where remains where? It is a WH word. It is sometimes relative pronoun. It is sometimes relative adverb. So whatever it may be, you should not be too much worried. You should know it as WH word. So where remains as where? Where have you found this magic stone? Found is finite verb and this magic stone is object. So answer is where has this? You see the style of writing. Where has this magic stone been found by you? So magic stone, the object which has become subject, এই অবজেক্টটি যেটি সাবজেক্ট হয়েছে সেটি হ্যাজ এবং বিনকে ভাগ করে মাঝখানে বসেছে। Where has been the magic stone found by you? It is also the correct form. But I say that you should write in this manner. Where has this magic stone been found by you? Number 7. Let us write. Adversities have taught me many lessons. Adversities have taught me many lessons. What is the Bengali meaning of this sentence? Adversities means প্রতিকূল অবস্থা, যে অবস্থাটা লঙ্ঘন করা তোমার পক্ষে খুব অসুবিধা। It is very difficult to overcome adversities. Adversities means troubles, hindrances, etc. Adversities have taught me many lessons. প্রতিকূল অবস্থা আমাকে অনেক কিছু শিখিয়েছে। There are two objects here in this sentence there are two objects. Me, that is the indirect object, and many lessons, that is the direct object. You may take any object as the subject. So me is object and its subject is I. Answer. I have been taught many lessons by adversities. You see, I is subject, have been past participle of the verb, by preposition and adversities. Okay? Or if you pick up many lessons, it may be thus. Many lessons have been taught me, many lessons have been taught me by adversities. Then in the first sentence you see that many lessons have remained as object, so it is called retained object. What is retained object? When during the voice change the object remains the same in the passive voice, it is called retained object. অর্থাৎ অ্যাক্টিভ থেকে প্যাসিভ ভয়েসে পরিবর্তনের সময় যে অবজেক্টটি যথারীতি থেকে যায় সেই অবজেক্টটিকে আমরা ইংরেজিতে বলি রিটেইনড অবজেক্ট। দ্বিতীয় সেন্টেন্সে দেখো, many lessons have been taught me, so me is retained object. Here me is retained object because it has remained the same. Okay? Now let us take another example. Now let us take another example. How have they fulfilled their desire? Number 8. How have they fulfilled their desire? What is the Bengali meaning? The Bengali meaning is কিভাবে তারা তাদের ইচ্ছা পূর্ণ করেছে। So how remains a how? Answer. How? Here their desire is object. How have their desire been fulfilled by them? Okay? How have their desire been fulfilled by them? It may be, or how have been their desire fulfilled by them? It is also correct form. So you do not hesitate if you write in this manner or in that manner. Now come to the 9th example. For example, when has the boy cleaned the floor? When has the boy cleaned the floor? It is also an interrogative sentence in the present perfect tense. So when, for example, when has the floor has the floor been cleaned by the boy? So let us come to the conclusion. The conclusion is that at the time of changing a sentence from active to passive in the present perfect tense, you will have to pick up the object first, and the object becomes subject, and according to the subject there will be has been or have been, and then past participle of the verb, and then by plus object and adverbs and adverbials, etc. So there is no problem. And at the time of changing a sentence, an interrogative sentence, from active to passive voice, you will have to retain, you will have to keep the WH word in the same place, and then has and the subject plus been. It may be has been or have been plus subject plus past participle of the verb plus by plus object, whatever it may be. However, that's the end of my lecture, and again I should not remind you that you should subscribe my channel. Yet I cannot but request all of you, if this video comes to the benefit of the students, the student community, don't forget to subscribe it, share it, like it and comment. Thank you. Good night.